Hello there, my beautiful family of light. And now for something completely different. Welcome to another video of mine. I have a surprise for you today. I was guided to record something different. I was guided to do something, and this happened yesterday during my mountain trip. It was my first snowy hiking, like real mountaineering experience this year. Luckily, I got to experience this in the ending year, 2011, before the coming of the 2012, and it was beautiful and amazing. And my inner child was so awoken because not only that I got to hike again in the snow and all alone and feeling those energies that I am always so in tune with, but I got to, when I reached the top, there was another path that you could go by, to to go back to the valley. And I was sliding all the way down on my behind, and I was like a child, and my inner child was so awoken, and I felt amazing. It was so beautiful. It was just pure play and what my spirit needed. And whenever I go, my soul is purified, it's whole, it's complete, and I merged with all that is there, when I'm there in my sacred space. So what I also experienced besides this, which is so amazing, and I'm gonna offer some of the photo material later on, because I, just want you to get a feeling of it. But the thing that was most profound was when I was sitting on the top of the mountain. I was up high on above the 2,200 meters of latitude, and it was just amazing. Another 360 degrees view. I was sitting there at the top of the mountain, and there was a few people there, but I still felt like isolated from all that was going on there. I was just sitting there, I was meditating on my own spot. I just took all the warm clothes that I could and just sat there and meditated. I was looking at some mountain tops, in front of me. And then I saw the aura of one mountaintop, and I usually see these auras more like translucent, shiny, glowy, or indigo kind of vibration, but what I was seeing now was pure violet color, like violet ray, like the sacred violet fire, and it felt like amazing transformation energy, because violet is the color of spiritual transformation, of purity within that transformation, of purging, of cleansing, of transmutation. And this is what is also being done when we are invoking the sacred violet fire, because this is our natural tool. It is within the divine gifts, the attributes that we are given as beings here on earth and everywhere. So when I was just sitting there, I asked for guidance, because just after my last video, a friend on Facebook said to me, "Oh, I'm looking forward to your next video." So I'm sitting there and I'm asking myself, so what's going to be my next video? I did not yet receive any guidance about it. And just sitting there, it was so clear to me. It was like, yeah, this is what I usually do. I do activations, but just lately I haven't been doing them so much because I was busy with many other things that I do, and postings and sharing in videos. And I was doing a lot of those light transmissions when I was visiting the sacred spots this summer in Bosnia and Croatia and so on. So I was given this guidance that I'm to do this activation, because the thing is, what happened when I was communing with the spirit and the spirit of the mountain, I received this clear guidance. Especially that was after my intense feeling of joy, after sliding down on my behind, and I'm gonna get all bruised probably because there was some rocks between the snow as well, but there's a price you need to pay for your joy, and who cares, right? So after that moment, I got that clarity saying, this is my gift that I can offer to all of you, because I was sitting there at the top of the mountain connected to all of my light family. I was thinking all of you, of all my connections all over the world, all who are guided to watch my videos, all ascension pioneers, everyone this path of, progressing towards our own personal truth, the divine truth of one. And I was thinking all of you, having all of you in my heart. And it was just like clarity, instant clarity. And I knew that this is the gift that I can offer you. And this is the gift for my mountains. And as we are one, this is a gift from both of us. Because the thing is, what is behind all of this is that I have many people writing to me, asking me for guidance, asking me things. I have many people I communicate to, and I see that we're all going through many things right now, but some deal with it faster than others. This is nothing to do with better or less, or it just has to do with where we are now at our evolutionary pace as souls, as evolving, you know, progressing towards grander truth. So the thing is that I have so much of this going on as within my work of loving service. And I was just thinking that mountains are such a clear, sacred, you know, like a portal, like this vortex of pure ancient energy. And this is a love story that I often share with people in my life. I say mountains are my love. They are not separate from me. And when people say, oh, you look so good in your mountains, I say, no, we're not separate. It is just, you know, the exact matching frequency. And this is why I oftentimes feel so whole when I'm there. And mountains do have that ability. For all those of you who are opened already to those energies, who are open, who are starting to follow a more grander truth and the divine path, you know, exchanging your human path, your path of the material world, progressing towards your divine path, your sacred path of your true soul blueprint. So I was thinking that as mountains give that to me, you know, not give, but we exchange, all is interconnected. So that is the same gift that I can offer to everyone. And this was a clear guidance. And I remember receiving a card from Archangel Uriel just the day before about clear intentions and ideas, that they are fertile and they are divinely inspired and guided. So I was thinking, yeah, this is it. So I wanted to record something special. So that it won't be too long again, I would just like to say that it is an intense transformation, you know. But remember, if you watched my previous video about transitioning from 2011 to 2012, you know that I was speaking about those feelings of void when we're really being emptied out so the new can actually start emerging. You know, we're planting the seeds and we need that empty space to plant what is, you know, our divine blueprint. So we need those things emptied out. And how my energy was shifted after visiting the mountains yesterday, just reaching that magical elevation, you know, latitude of 2,000 meters was intense. And everything is one, all is interconnected. So you don't have to physically be there. You know, you can just tune into that energy. That is why I was guided to do this energy transmission. I don't know what's going to come through. I don't know what's going to come forth, but I do trust that I'm always connected with the spirit of one. And this is so obvious to me because I get so many confirmations. You know, people just write to me, not just to me. I just checked a wall of someone yesterday, saw that people really share my videos and that they like them. And the most common response that I get from people is, you know, she always says what we need to hear. It's just so timely for me to hear what Perluna has to say. And this is it when you're tap into the all that is in the spirit, because spirit is creation energy. I'm talking about Holy Spirit. That is, you know, how you picture the Divine Mother. The spirit is the energy of creation, is you have the thought of God and then the creation. So mountains are a creation energy. So we are now, because we're moving more from the year 2011 to 2012, where more tangible things are going to start being created by us, for us, and so on. We're going to tap into that creative energy, and that creation energy is very much felt in the presence of the mountains. And I always say this is where I feel my I am presence the most. And I would really love to share my gift with all of you, because I always knew that how I visit mountains is not just, you know, for hiking and such. It has a lot to do with, through divine alchemy, turning those energies there into something tangible, and how to serve people better, you know, how to make them aware of this love that is not just human love, but the love for all creation. So the mountains have a gift of just being, and they carry a very strong, potent, divine feminine energy, you know, which is just nurturing and holding the space within just being. It's a receptive energy. So we all were very much opening the gateways of this energy this year. And the 2012 is also going to be a lot about the divine feminine awakening the divine masculine. This is very much felt with all those of us who are within our inner knowing and intense intuition. And this is called clear cognizance, when one just knows. You don't have to explain, or, you know, you don't have a reason, but you just know. It is not like you have physical vision. You just know. So this is how it is for me, for those of you wondering. So I just knew that I have to share this with all of you. And I don't know what it's going to come through, but as always, when people say it is so timely what you have to say, this is it. When we are tapped, when we are really working within all that is, we are sourcing, because it's different than channeling. We're not tapping into a certain part of the consciousness, you know, a certain variation of the consciousness, or a certain part of group being, or a certain being or an entity. We're just sourcing while we're tapping into all that is, and this is pure spirit energy. So while we're into that spirit energy, we're actually always within the flow of what is for the highest good, what is the most necessary and needed right here and now. We're not seeing the future visions. We're not, we're fully grounded in the now, and we see what is important here now. And this is the guidance that I am offering people who ask me. Many wish to know things in advance or so, but I say no. If you truly are in the divine path within the law of one, you will only be focused on what is important here now. Because this is how you're actually working towards realizing and remembering and reclaiming back your I am presence. And the mountains have a great way of assisting with this. So as my gift, and the gift of my beloved mountains, which are my love story, because I do have to admit, I share an immense affection for the mountains, better than for most humans. So, this is just pure creation love. It has nothing to do with making preferences, It's just, if you would ever feel that way that I do when I'm up there, you would know what I'm talking about. This is felt. I cannot explain it with words, that are so limited. So I'm going to also provide you with some images and maybe a video that I made. It's a low quality, but don't mind that. The transmission will come through. This was clearly, pardon me, this was clearly told to me that this is for all those of you who are ready to step beyond just what was known before, who are within deep cleansing, deep purging, really starting to walk the path of purity. This is why I'm wearing white, because the white is of all colors. It is a rainbow spectrum energy. It is the energy of purity, of innocence, and this is how we are within our creation form, within our divine essence of our twin flame heart. So this is for all those of you who are ready, who will receive those energies. And don't worry, you don't have to do anything special. You just have to tune in, because this is our natural state. We're all an antenna, and we just have to tune in. And if we're ready, Spirit is working through us, by us, for us. Everything is being done. So like I do when I'm in the mountains, I don't do anything specific. I just sit there and I merge my consciousness with all that is, and I receive all that is necessary to receive from me in the moment. So this is what it's going to be now when I'm going to do this short activation. It's not going to be long. It's just an activation within anchoring those energies. And how do you know that you're anchoring them? When you're anchoring something, some of you might also ask yourself, is you might start feeling a pressure in your head. I oftentimes feel it here. Or you might get tingles on the top of your head. This is most frequent for all of us. Like, you want to scratch your head and so on. So this is how you will feel. You won't feel that, ooh, suddenly your life is shifting. But this was specifically said, to me, that it is about us having the most easier and the smoother transition into the 2012, because it is an intense transition, whether you realize it or not, it is. So it is sort of like an attunement that we are better within the divine flow, that we can step into our full divine blueprint and our paths as pure beings of divine love. So I would like to now invite you to just, get a comfortable space and just tune into vibrationally to all that is, by not doing anything, just being. Whether you're guided to close your eyes or not, whether you want to observe me, that's fine as well. I don't mind, because it's happening anyway. All the energy always flows where it needs to go. Where we are tuning into divine frequencies, all is being naturally done. You just have to allow the process. You have to trust in the unfoldment of spirit energies, because it knows better than us. It is our natural state. So naturally, everything is being done organically and naturally. So hold your space now and take a few deep breaths, like just breathing in this white divine light, and imagine a beautiful mountain landscape like the ones that I shared through my photos and video. And just try to bring your presence there. Your ethereal presence, bring it there, okay? Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes now. Okay, so the spirit of the mountain is the spirit of the pure creation energy. And this is our gift to ourselves that we can give to ourselves as it is, with a natural state of being. When we close our eyes, when we inhale and exhale deeply, we're being connected to that which is our natural state, our I am presence, and this is done naturally and organically. We now envision a beautiful mountain, snowy mountain it can be, and imagine ourselves sitting on that top of the mountain, surrounded by a beautiful 360-degree view. We see all not as flat, but as a web, as interconnected and intertwined. And we know that infinitely, eternally, we are a part of this. We feel how everything around us is a part of the glorious creation of all that is. We know that we are a part of that creation. Now we see ourselves that we are not apart from that mountain. We are one, and that oneness is connecting us to the energy of the pure mountain, which is ancient energy, pure crystalline energy, and our bodies are now changing and shifting into that beautiful, pure crystal energy. We see ourselves having the same diamond core as the mountain. We feel those energies already rushing into our bodies as tingles, as pressures, and as beautiful feelings of love. We melt into that oneness, and we see that all that is a beautiful divine plan of perfection unfolding always around us, and that we are a part of that master plan. And we now see how this mountain carries such an ancient energy, and that we are the same energy. We're not separate. It might have appeared that we are sitting at the top of the mountain, while in fact, we are the mountain. We are its extension, and the mountain is our own extension as well. We breathe more, and we feel that white, snowy light of the mountain starting to glow in our inner core as our pure, beautiful, divine essence, our diamond, our shining diamond. This is our light. And we want to embrace this purity within us because it is there all along. It doesn't have to be discovered. It doesn't have to be, made. It is there already. And this is our natural state. It is always there, just waiting to be rediscovered and remembered through divine remembrance. As we breathe that inner light, we see that this is our natural state of purity. And within that purity, we are a beautiful transmitter of the energy of the Spirit. And we are one with it. We are this Spirit. And divine flow can always flow like a river through our beautiful shiny diamond, so that all the guidance within the law of one, all the awakening to our true core, to our essence, is always there. So we have now the ability through this purity to invoke that within us and all around us for all those who are ready within their evolutionary pace as well. So that our transition into the new year of 2012 is within the divine flow, is not within the control of our ego. It is just within the full surrendering to divine will. And we are this divine will. We're not separate from that as well. We still feel and fuel ourselves with this cosmic energy, of the creation energy of the mountain and all around it, within this beautiful Gaia that we are on, our mother. And we embrace this divine mother, and we welcome the divine mother energies that are providing us with all this life around us, with all the life forms. Because the divine mother energy is the creation energy, and we are never separate from it. We are the creators. And when we deeply embrace this is the gift that we give to ourselves as pure vessels, pure channels for the Spirit energy. That the Holy Spirit is within us, the purity, the gentleness, the grace of a dove, as representation of that Holy Spirit. We don't forget to breathe this. And every breath is coming in more naturally, as everything starts to unfold more naturally, and everything we see that is just pure magic We don't have to do anything to be, and whatever we do and say is a pure mirror of Spirit of One. All those who are ready are now tuning into this light activation and are receiving the codes that are necessary for the further progress with an unfoldment of our I Ams, because sourcing simply means being. Our I Am is eternally connected to all that is. So when we are sourcing, we're connected through our I Am to all that is. And there, everything is within the divine flow. Now we see ourselves as lifted off a bit, like this gentle dove of spirit, like above the top of our head. And then we observe this body that we are, and we see that this body is a vehicle, and it is the same as the mountain is the vehicle for these ancient energies. And we see our beautiful vortex shine within its natural light. And as we observe it, we see how we are being purified by the sacred fire of our hearts, by the Holy Spirit, by all that is. While energetically tuning into those mountains, everywhere, all around the world, in my space, here, and everywhere, we are tapping into that creation energy, and we are starting to remember that our love is universal divine love for all life within all creation, and we are part of that creation. So we are here to serve this creation. And all those ready to receive these light activation codes shall remember and shall know their I Am presence and their self and their divine path. This is the gift of the mountain. It is the remembrance of the divine origin that we are. It is the remembrance of our sacred core, of our purity, of our essence, of our shining diamond. We thank the mountain, and we feel how our root chakra and the mountain chakras, all of them, are merged. So while we are sitting on the top of the mountain, we feel the intense spiraling energy entering through mountain's vortex into our own vortex as eternally bound together. And what binds us together is divine love. So all of our body, through all the chakras of the mountains, and now entering all of our own chakras, is being united as one. And we see now that we have never, ever, ever been separated from the entire creation. We have never, ever fallen from grace. It is just how it appears to be within this game and the beautiful sacred mountain space. All the presence of all angelic beings, of all creator beings, of all masters, and the Father, Mother, God, the presence of the sun behind the sun, the great central sun, are now here with us, reminding us of that, imprinting those light codes of our natural state. For all those of us who are ready, and we are ready to move beyond the known. We are the builders of form, where we are never separate from our Creator state of being. All we need to do is remember. So once more, breathe the depth of the mountain, breathe through the pure crystalline breath of the diamond core of the mountain and our own being. And breathe it out. So that is overflowing in our entire body, all the other bodies beyond the physical. And we give thanks, and we feel this on all the levels, on all the layers and multitudes of awareness. And we come back here and now to this space, fully ready, fully open, and fully activated. Namaste, my beloved family of light. I hope you have enjoyed this energy transmission. And I hope that you receive further transmission with your open heart, gratitude, and grace as well, because tuning into those images might assist you in better anchoring those light codes that we have just received on so many levels. And do trust that all those of you who are open to pure spirit energy will feel that and will have a better transition into the 2012. And we are all here to assist each other in these intense times. So remember that you can always give. And the best way to give is expecting nothing in return. So do remember that often, okay? Enjoy your own purity, nurture your heart essence, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye-bye. Enjoy my mountains.